We took a very intentful and deliberate approach to AI. I think there's a lot of hype out in the market. You know, I think everyone has to have something. 12 months ago, if you didn't have an AI-enabled widget, feature, thing, you were out of date, out of touch. If you look at those features, widgets which were delivered, and some of them were at very big visible names and brands in our sector and others, most of those features have now been deprecated or slowly hidden to the second page. Just because technology becomes visible, I think there's a saying which says people overestimate what technology can do in the short term and underestimate what it can do in the long term. It's starting to grow into itself. The opportunity is profound. It is a sea change in the capability, the usefulness, the positioning of it, how it moves from the application of technology into a product experience is something we will see over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So our approach was very deliberate. It took a long time. It took 2 years. We didn't want to just sprinkle on AI to our existing tech stack. We wanted to build a product with AI at the heart of it. We wanted to think about the experience, where it's useful, where it's novel, and we wanted to build something which harnesses the scaling, the efficiency, but enrich it with the information that we have. So we ended up building what we call TC Copilot, and it's landed extremely well, much better than what we'd hoped.
Congratulations, that's brilliant.
We've had people saying things like, I use ChatGPT, I use Gemini, and they're not as good as Copilot. And it's not that it's not as good at it. We've not built our own, but we know how to use the model to deliver a tailored experience to what they do specifically. And then you enrich it, more importantly, with the information and the data we hold. So we have a completely proprietary built AI platform, which is a digital assistant, and use the word assistant. It is to assist the human, not to replace them, and that allows them to really deliver their services in a more efficient, more timely, more bespoke way to their corporate travellers and clients. And that brings together the power of AI, but the power of our data platform, which is partly what you guys have built for us, and unifies that to deliver a nice seamless interface. So I think the applications of it will become much more profound and much more impactful as the world gets its head around what it means for the different services and verticals around the globe.
Interesting. And how have you found the cultural adoption of AI, particularly at leadership level? I don't necessarily just mean inside Travel Counsellors, but in broader industry discussions that you've been having.
It's been interesting. I think people don't know what they don't know. So there's an element of education and awareness, and then you're into tooling and adoption and skilling. There's these new roles and new jobs which didn't exist 2 years ago, which now exist. It's been hard at times. People don't like change. People, when something is completely new and shiny that they don't understand, people go back to what they know. So as an organisation, we've been quite, I don't want to use the word forceful, but we've driven it, across the organisation. This is the biggest sea change in technological innovation probably since the internet was created. And there won't be another one for probably the next 10, 15 years. It's about using it or getting left behind. So skilling, awareness, educational videos, mandatory training, how-to guides, the technologies and the products these days are built to be intuitive, so you don't need a lot to get started. My technology team, which are more on the cutting edge, adopt it, use it, love it. It's embedded, it's ingrained. We've seen 15-20% in productivity from our engineers. We're using it for advanced security scanning. We're using it for content creation. So it's becoming embedded as part of our core product offering and the ways of working. But just an exciting time to be alive.